afternoon, guys. It is a Tuesday, the 7th of August, and it is 43 degrees C and 108 degrees F in the shed. It's hot, but still got the cup of tea. Right, shout out to Connor. Shout out to Connor. Connor, I know your mum and dad are saying no, don't get a motorbike, but it's entirely up to you. As you get older, you're going to want one more and more and more, and in the end, you'll become a middle-aged biker and have a bad accident. We don't want that. Do what you want to do, but do it in a way that it doesn't upset your mum and dad. That's the best way I can put it. Obviously, I'll give you any advice, every advice that you want. Anything you want, I'll help you with, you know that. Also, like personal video then, didn't it? So anyway, back to the records. It's been really nice. It's been really lovely, really warm, and I've seen motorcyclists riding around in a t-shirt or a vest like this, shorts, and a pair of like flip-flops or shoes like that. Even up the M1, I've seen a guy up the M1 in a t-shirt and shorts on his bike, and he overtook me, so he weren't going slow. How stupid have you got to be to drive around like that on a motorbike? Answers on a postcard. It takes seconds to wear through your skin onto your bone if you come off a motorbike. It's that simple. If you put your hand next to where your hip is, right at that pointy bit there, which is where you're going to land, that bit there, don't care how big you are, it ain't that far from the edge of, like, skin bone ain't that deep. That's what I'm saying. And when you hit the floor, you're going to hurt yourself. So don't be stupid, put clothes on. And if you're going to shout out, oh, it's too hot, it's too hot. No. No, no, no. Your body work, you're actually doing yourself more harm by riding like that than you are if you put a coat on, because your body's got to sweat. Your body has to sweat to cool itself. That's the body's method of cooling down, sweating. If you ride along like this, now, you are sweating, but it's drying as soon as you sweat, so your body isn't getting cool. Like now, I'm getting sweaty now because it's really hot in the shed. As soon as I go out there in the breeze, that breeze will be cool because I'm sweating. Speaking of it, the breeze just picked up. Yeah, so there it is. Don't ride around with a t-shirt on. Right. If I was going to the shop down the road, I know you're going to say, well, you're still riding without a coat on. It's only short distances, you're not going very fast, and if you're super duper careful, you'd be fine. But if you're going for a distance, if you're going up a motorway or a major road, you're going to be doing some speed. And if you're doing speed in a t-shirt and shorts, you're an idiot. As simple as that. You're an idiot. Don't do it. Because you will come off. All bikers come off. They all do. No doubt about it. All bikers come off their bike at a certain time. Everyone does it. You show me a biker that hasn't come off his bike, I'll call him a liar. Or it's yet to come. It's like first car. Advice to your kids with their first car is buy an old shit bag, because they're going to crash it. better off crashing a shit bag than it is crashing a good car, isn't it? That's what I'm saying. Anyway, back to this. Riding in this weather. Another thing. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Stop. If you've not got a carrier for drinks or somewhere to put the drinks on your bike, sometimes you can fit a bottle of water in between the clocks and the handlebars. I don't have that trouble. I've got a cup holder on my bike, so I don't have that trouble. But stay hydrated. Keep drinking water. Don't worry about any other drinks, but keep drinking water. Doesn't have to be cold, it just has to be wet. Good advice, and it is good advice, is drink tea. Tea is a diuretic, it will go through you, but so will water. But when you drink something warm, your body wants to cool down. That's the way the body works. As soon as you put something warm inside it, it wants to cool that down to try and get it back to body temperature. If you drink an ice cold drink, yeah, it feels good at first, but your body is saying, that's ice cold, I've got to warm up. So it starts warming up. So you've got to think about that. Have a nice cup of tea before you set off. Have some water along the way, but it doesn't have to be cold. Any drink you have doesn't have to be cold. If you have a sugary drink, if you have an energy drink or a sugary drink or any of these bloody oranges or whatever they are, they're full of sugar, and that sugar is going to turn energy. Energy will turn to heat. So think about what you're drinking. Water all the way. You could make it, it's up to you. Fizzy water, I don't recommend fizzy water. No, just don't do it, because that will make you thirsty. The bubbles. Bubbles? Anyway, that's all I've got to say about riding, really. Don't be stupid. Wear the proper clothes. Keep hydrated in this weather, and just stay safe. Just stay safe. Your bike is worth a lot of money. You're worth a lot more. Don't ruin either one of them. All right, that'll be that. Yes, that'll be that. Next subject. Next subject was going to be travelling abroad. Yeah, let's have a word about travelling abroad. Settles back in chair. Relaxes. Right, not sure how the light makes it look like a ghost or something. Is that better? Better. Right, today. I've covered this before, but I'm going to do it again. A mate of mine said, I said to a mate of mine, later in the year, if I'm up for it, I'm going to be going to Holland, party in Holland. And he said to me, oh, but that's good. I said, yeah, it is good, why don't you come along? And he said, no, because it means driving abroad, in Europe. I thought, what difference does that make? He said, well, I've never done it. I said, and? He said, well, I don't know if I'll like it. I said, well, you don't know unless you do it, do you? Don't know if you like it unless you do it. Anyway, driving abroad. Not driving across Asia. All right, Mitch. You staying now? Mitch. You're in the camera. There's a good girl. Lay down there. Lay down. There's kids playing outside, so Midge has to sit on the windowsill and say hello. Anyway, driving abroad, yeah. How many of you said, or how many of you heard someone say, I don't know about driving over there because they drive on the wrong side? No, they don't. They don't drive on the wrong side. They drive on the right side. And what I mean that in two ways. we drive on the left side, they drive on the right side. But in saying what I'm saying they drove on the right side to them. And when you're over there driving with them, it's just like driving over here. Especially on a bike. In a car it's a bit difficult because you're sitting on the wrong side. It's like driving a left-hand drive car over here. It'd be, you know, just a bit, you've just got to watch what you're doing. And driving a car over there in France, Germany, Belgium and all that is much the same in a car. But on a bike, it's no different to driving over here. It really ain't. Can't see, go on. Yeah, it's no different to driving over here. You're all driving in the same direction. When you go somewhere, invariably you're going to go on a motorway, or I mean, a lot of their motorways are the equivalent of our dual carriageways because there's less traffic over there. And that's what I say to people. It's easier to drive over there because there's a lot less traffic. So there's less traffic. The road signs are virtually the same as we've got over here. It's not like they're in Greek or something, or I mean they're in a foreign language, but the only difference is they're in a foreign language because the names, the place names, but arrows and directions and how many kilometres instead of miles, but how many kilometres it is to a certain place. It's all the same over here. You just got to relate it. You know, they're just the same. They tend not to have the blue motorway signs. They have the green ones because, like I said, they're really all just big dual carriageways. The fact that there's a lot less traffic on there is a big bonus. It's a huge bonus. The only time I got stuck in traffic is when I go into the towns. If you go into Antwerp, Rotterdam, or any big towns like that, Paris. Although you'd be stupid to go to Paris, you really would, because it's just not a nice place for a motorbike to go. Paris. I don't mean the Paris city itself. I mean the centre, the ring road, whatever they're called. That's a nightmare. It is a nightmare. You've got to be completely off your head, pissed, or just a complete loon to do it. In my opinion, I know other people have done it and they find it fine, but in my opinion, it's just you don't know where you're going. More to the point, other cars ain't looking where they're going. It just they've got tunnel vision in France, and that's what they do. Anyway, back to the record. If you've not done it, if you've not been to France, Belgium, Holland, Italy, Spain, do it. Absolutely do it. There's your 15 minutes of flame. Alright, fed up with listening to him yet? I know what I was going to do. I was going to show you that video about the carbon monoxide alarm. Well, come in, let's go and have a look at that. Yes, what you got is, you got that blue gear, what's it called? You see it? That blue gear there. And what that does, that stops you getting any connection. So we have to get rid of it, don't we? I'll get back to you when I'm finished. Right. Let's see if that works. This is a it's a carbon monoxide alarm. You have three types of alarm generally in a house. You have a smoke alarm, a heat alarm in the kitchen, which looks different to a smoke alarm, and you have a carbon monoxide alarm when you've got a boiler. you should have the carbon monoxide alarm near the boiler, of course, so when you get any or a build-up of carbon monoxide because of the boiler, this alarm goes off and lets you know. It's pretty important because carbon monoxide will kill you. So anyway, these are good batteries as far as I know. Yep, that's got a good lead, that's it. Yep, that one's alright. Let's check this one. Here we go. Yep, that one's alright. Okay, that one ain't. What can you do, huh? I'm hoping this makes a noise. Nothing. There we go. There we go. Okay. Alright, I put the batteries in wrong. Should be. Yeah. That's test reset. It comes out like that, and that means naught. That goes to 3 noughts, and that means there's no carbon monoxide. There's no carbon monoxide in the ship, but that's coming up. Unit error, intermittent audible alarm every 30 seconds, refer to instructions, manuals for details. Well, I ain't gonna have any bloody instructions manuals, that's for sure. Let's try the test and reset again. Right, I'll have a little look at it, come back to you. No, whatever I do, that keeps coming up. There you go, get it to that, and then boom. So I'm thinking either this is gone wrong, or because I know these two batteries good, but I'm not sure about this one. It could be this battery. So for the sake of what it is, I'll get some new batteries and try it then. Anyway, that's that. Back to there. That's about it for this week. Nice short video, and back in next week. We're going to look at sat-nav versus map. That's what we're going to look at. Sat-nav versus map. Which do you prefer? Which do you trust? Sat-nav versus map is your phone as well as a map as well as a sat-nav. So yeah. Also, we're going to look at the GoPro epidemic. I'll call it an epidemic because everybody's got a GoPro, a camera, all that. I've got one. Good idea or bad idea, or just a gimmick? We'll have a chat about that as well next time. But until then, stay safe, stay clear of the bloody idiots, don't become one. I'll see you next time.